Here's another fun thing that you are going to most likely find. Ready? That's right, popcorn ceiling. And this popcorn does not taste good. No butter, it is hard, and it is not fun to scrape off. I definitely recommend that you spend a little extra time doing it. It's taken me a little bit longer, rookie mistake. It's not coming down as easy as I thought it would, but I'll get the job done. Video of bathroom number 2 after demolition. You can see it's quite a mess. It's a lot more work than I thought, but thankfully the panels that appeared to be glass were not. They were just simple plastic, so I was able to rip them out. Now it's also much easier for the plumber to come in and do the pipes and then have it all put right back up with most likely bath fitter, which is the most affordable way to be able to redo a bathroom. Now comes some of the real fun, picking up flooring. Probably the easiest is carpet. As you can see, there's just a matting in the carpet. You can peel it up, and you're gonna have the tack strip where they've tacked it down, and a lot of times it's wood, so it's gonna go up as such. Or other times, you can have the metal strip. The metal strip comes up much easier. But here's one thing that's really fun you should take a look at. The people who've had this place before, when they put in the carpet, they put in the carpet first before doing the closet doors. So now the entire railing is under the carpet. So now instead of just pulling up the carpet, I now have to disassemble the doors and the tracks to be able to go and then put it on and get that carpet out. And when I do, that then means it's not going to be even, and I'm probably gonna have to prop it up. So try to keep an eye on this if you can. Next is the fun of removing tile. Let's face it, there's just not a tile that's going to last the test of time. So your best bet is to hopefully find really old tile floor. The tile floors we're doing recently, it's gonna be a lot more work. But in this case, this floor is probably original, so you can see as I've already been pulling it up, the thin set, which is the concrete which binds the tile to the real hardcore concrete floor, is very loose. So now you're gonna need your wedge. You can bind that, and your sledgehammer at Home Depot. Then, as I've got it wedged in so I can do the camera, goes through. Now, well, this one seems to be a little tougher, but that's what you do. Wedge, 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 over and over again until you get all the tile up. It's hard work, but again, you're starting to talk about thousands of dollars of savings in sweat equity. Well, as you can hear, I'm out of breath. That's because doing the hammer and chisel wasn't doing up some of the tiles that apparently were put down in concrete, cement, and a Star Trek force field so they wouldn't come up. This is when you have to bring out the heavy tools. I can't do this video right now and show you on this puppy, but this is a power hammer drill. Comes with the chisel, and it's just basically, it's a back and forth motion, and you just put it up to the edge of the tile that doesn't want to come up, like here where you can see the tiles splitting instead of coming up from the thin set. You tap it up to it and run it, and off it goes. And it just, what would have taken me about 20 minutes, it just did in about 20 seconds, just one little patch right there. But that was not coming up, so just bear that in mind. Another bonehead thing that you have to sometimes deal with. You can see here, the edge of the tile floor matches, the baseboard goes below. You can see where the tile had touched the baseboard. You always lay the floor and then you put the baseboard. In this case, if they had wanted to change the baseboard, they couldn't because it was sealed in by the tile. Always do your flooring directly up against the drywall. That way it will save you a lot of pain. Here's one of the other fun problems. As I was pulling up all the tile and jackhammering it, there were the tougher pieces, and that's because the thin set was just way too strong. So I have been having to hack away at this now, chip by chip by chip. Now what I used is this is a nice handy tool to stand and look at the blade. Whoop, let me make it. It's a blade, so you can take it with your hand and then pull those pieces up. Now if that doesn't work, that's when you come back to your pickaxe and you literally have to hack away at it piece by piece until it's gone. Buddha work, but that's what it is. Next, removing baseboards. You can see this is the common standard baseboard that's been around forever, and here I've been removing it. But one of the fun things is with the carpet, you have the carpet wood, and you have, as you can see here, nailed down. You need this tool, big old chisel. This, the flat end, can get underneath and lift up. Now, if you're lucky, some of these nails will come out like that one did, but many of these haven't. So you have to use this and yank this out. And then as you see right here, there's a nail. Here's what you can do. See this curve and the flat end there? See how it's just a little bit off the floor? I'm gonna close my eyes and do this. Nail is now gone. So do that. Then with this, removing the baseboard, I have to put the phone down, but this is hammering the chisel in with the hammer where my hand is, and then you'll just wedge it right out. Now that you can see, I've been able to hack away all the trim. But one thing you do have to remember that I wanted to show is the door trim. You can't just have that trim down below new and then leave this god-awful trim here. And as you can see, I'm doing the same thing. You take the wedge, you'll put it in, and you just keep wedging until you can get it out, and then, well, I can't do it with one hand, but that's what it'll do. That will just come right off so whoever's exposed. Next, just to mention for fun yet again, they actually put the carpet underneath the rails to the closet doors. You're just going to find things like this when you flip. Deal with it. Let's do a quick walkthrough on basically end of day 2. Well, I have this wonderful sunset view looking out to the beautiful water and fountains and all such. Then I come back in here and see holes in the wall. Walk through mounds and mounds and mounds of garbage. Nails are everywhere. This is what it's about, folks. And every time I turn around, I step on one of these and get a nail in my shoe. I highly, highly recommend very thick sole shoes because this gets really ugly really quickly. And I've been pulling nails out from my shoe instead of my feet. That's day 2. Remember, safety always. Let's work again tomorrow.